Good afternoon, and welcome to St Peter Mancroft's Wednesday lunchtime reflection. For those of you in the building, you won't be surprised that there is red tape behind me. For those of you watching online, all you can see is a little bit of red tape. So just to let you know, that's because we've got some significant building works going on here at St Peter Mancroft at the moment. And at the moment, we're putting in new LED lighting as part of our eco project that goes with some solar panels. So that we'll become entirely green very soon. So that's just an explanation of the red tape, and also the fact that I look a little chilly because it is absolutely freezing in here today. So if you're watching from a nice warm home online, do enjoy the warmth, because there isn't any here. Anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about wonder. Wonder is an amazing thing, and I want to just link it. I was watching a programme called Pilgrimage on BBC. I forget even which channel it is. It's on iPlayer now, and this is the latest series. That I think there's been 3 series of pilgrimage documentaries. So taking a group of, I don't want to say B-list celebrities, but let's say minor celebrities on a religious pilgrimage over several days. And the series that I've been watching most recently has taken this group of celebrities on a pilgrimage along the North Wales pilgrimage route, which is an ancient pilgrimage route that takes in some Celtic Christian places of worship and some churches. And the group of celebrities are a range of people, from people with Anglican backgrounds, Muslims, people of no faith. And they're just quite an interesting, and in this case, quite a friendly bunch to follow along with. And I've really been enjoying the series. But in the episode I've just watched, they came to a church up on a hilltop in North Wales, on a beautiful place, and they were introduced to a priest who had responsibility for this church, and she invited them to have a moment of wonder. And you wouldn't think that it would have such a profound effect on them, but each of the people, they were just invited to take a bit of time and to sit and to wonder and to look at the landscape around them and to have a moment. And for each of them, it was a moment where they allowed themselves to recognise the presence of something bigger than themselves. They may not have said specifically, "Oh, I recognise the presence of God," but they recognise something bigger than themselves. And this reminded me of an article that I have recently read. I think I read it in The Guardian, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, it was an article entitled, "Can Awe Improve Our Mental Health?" And this was about a study that was done with a group of elderly people who had been encouraged to take a daily walk and experience awe. So they had 2 groups of people, and they both had to go for a 15-minute walk every day. And the control group just did the walk and took selfies of themselves at the end of the walk and maintained a journal of their experiences. And then the awe group, they were encouraged to go for the same 15-minute walk, but during their walk to look for things of beauty or wonder. So either to look to the sky or the mountains, or maybe to just look at a flower, or the way that the sunlight falls in a particular place. So just to have a little moment of wonder at the world around them. And what was amazing was that the group that had the awe or the wonder moments, their mental health was significant, well, maybe not significantly, was better at the end of the study. And not only did they report that their mental health was better and their anxiety reduced, but the nature of the selfies that they were taking on their walks changed. And over the course of the time, the amount of space that their image in the selfie took up became smaller and smaller and smaller. So at the beginning of the study, their image took up most of the picture. But by the end of the study, their image in the selfie that they took up a much smaller proportion of the picture. And on top of that, the size of their smile in the selfie was measurably bigger by the end of the study than the start of the study. I thought, that's a really measurable way of measuring somebody's happiness. How big is their actual smile? So I was really taken with this idea that going for a walk is one thing, but going for a walk and looking for something bigger than oneself, looking for something outside of themselves, is beneficial to our mental health. Growing up, one of my favourite hymns has always been "When I in Awesome Wonder." So this is I think it's a German hymn originally. The words, "O Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the works thy hand has made." And the first verse looks at, I see the stars, the big things of God, the big things of the universe. I see the stars, I hear the mighty thunder. God's power throughout the universe displayed. This idea of the big things of the world, the big landscapes, the big mountains, the big stars, which give us a sense of our own insignificance in the world. But then the second verse goes on to think about the small ways that we see God in the world. I hear the birds, I feel the gentle breeze, or I see the stream flowing past. The small things that help us see God in the universe. And then the chorus of that marvellous hymn, "Then sings my soul. Then sings my soul." And I thought about the connection between wonder, recognising the magnificence of the world around us, because it's not necessarily, my Christian faith connects that with God, but even without connecting it with God, there's a sense of the significance of the world and our insignificance, and the insignificance maybe of our problems or our concerns within that world. What the research showed as those people's selfies, the sense of themselves got smaller and their smiles got bigger. A bigger view leading to a smaller sense of self, a smaller sense of concern about ourselves, and a bigger smile. That as we see the wonder of the world, our own concerns and worries become smaller, and we recognise the beauty of the world around us. And I wonder whether it's not that I see those things, and as a response to those things, that I then sing to God praise. It's almost like actually experiencing that wonder causes my soul to sing. It's not a choice I make. It's like actually the experience of those things causes my soul to sing. So if we want our souls to sing, perhaps may I invite you that as we pilgrimage through our daily lives, we might pause to wonder at the world around us, whether it's the big things like the stars or the mountains, or whether it's the small things like the flowers, like the bird song, like the breeze. Maybe pausing to wonder and to experience these things will help our souls to sing. Amen.